It's more accurate.
What's happening?
Hi.
It's about perspective.
Hi, everyone. Literally one.
It's not even me.
It's not even Tess. Yay! Yay, we have a viewer.
Yay.
Woo!
Hello, alleged human.
Probably Rachel.
It's a robot. Or Megan.
Or Megan. It's Rachel or Megan.
Honestly,
Honestly,
they never say anything, but Jess and Rob watch the show every week.
Really?
I talk to them Sunday.
Yeah, they do.
Aww.
Yeah, they watch every week, but they don't comment.
Yeah, so it could be them.
Yeah.
But they
Mhm.
refuse. They refuse to have conversations with us.
I
I
understand.
understand.
So do I.
I'm not blaming them.
Mind at all. Welcome to episode 114 of Unfiltered.
That's a lot.
It is.
That is a lot of episodes.
I'm pretty proud.
Yeah.
114.
Right?
That's over 2 years of
It is.
episodes. Wow. Look at us. I would cut yours.
I still stretch every day. Good to go.
I did go back and look at some of our old videos and I was like, ew.
Oh. Wow. She's body shaming us.
If you ever want to sit there and cringe, go back and watch the first couple of these.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah. It's pretty awful.
It's terrible. Like,
It's-
I thought you were joking when you said it was
Oh
bad.
no. No, I went back and watched. It's pretty bad.
It's terrible.
Like, I mean, it's not
We
much
can
worse
know.
than now, but it's worse than now. I mean, it's like it's noticeably worse. Just saying.
Just saying.
Just putting it out
Just Super Saiyan.
there. Super Saiyan. That's a whole different thing.
Oh.
So I don't know what we're going to talk about tonight. Maybe some books.
Yeah.
Maybe some more books.
I'm going to a concert Saturday.
We could talk about your concert.
I don't care about your content.
I don't know.
Wow.
So hurtful.
Yeah,
I
Philip.
care about your concerts.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you're right.
It's not.
I pretend to care.
At least he
I am.
pretends.
No, see, that's y'all have found the wrong person to pretend to care. I am not that guy. I am the guy that's going to answer your question and tell you how it is. I'm not here for your feelings.
I'm going to tell you what it is.
I don't care. I'm not that stable. I'm just going to flat out tell you. Yes, if you ever want to know an answer to something, I'm just going to tell you.
Which is, yes.
I don't
What
know
I
how to do it any other.
appreciate
I don't know how to
about
do it any other way.
That's fair.
I'm not going to beat around the bush.
Yeah. Now, if you don't want to know, don't ask.
Don't ask. It's a terrible idea.
I do have people every now and then. Can I ask you a question? And I'm like, I do.
You can.
I
You have that ability.
I do. I do.
Well,
kinda
think it
Should
through.
you?
I
Think
do
it
stop them sometimes up front. I'm like, okay, do you realize what you're getting ready to get into? Because does this pants make me look fat? No, that ass makes you look fat. That's not doing those pants.
It's like the Mean Girl in the Buffy episode, season 4 premiere.
Yes.
Does sweater make me look fat? No, the sweater makes you look purple.
Purple.
The fact that you're fat makes you look fat.
Exactly. That's 100%. Yeah. Yeah. You want to know?
You're a vampire Mean Girl.
Aw, that's perfect.
This is one of the meanest things I ever heard in college, but I couldn't stop laughing just because it was funny. So we had a lady that I went to college with, and it was Augusta Technical College in Georgia, and she was a pain in the behind,
Yeah.
royal pain. And she would show up with her kid sometimes in class,
Mm-hmm.
like little kid, but she was just mean and ornery.
Mm.
And something happened with the kid one day,
Mhm.
and then was like, and somebody said, you need to take care of your kid. And they're like, she just went off. It was her kid,
Hmm.
and she was just being mean about it. And she goes, you don't think my kid is well behaved? And the guy looked at her and he goes, well, your kid is as well behaved as any other mother with a mustache like that.
Oh my God.
And I was in class and I lost it.
Wow.
Like, and I mean, this was 30 years ago, people, but like, oh my God, like he just flat out, and it was just one of those, you're like, oh, and she just left. It was
I mean,
like, man, that was,
What else are you gonna do? Like stab him?
Jesus.
it got quiet.
Yeah.
It did get quiet.
That's
It was nice.
insane.
It was
Oh my
pretty funny.
God.
He was also correct.
And then Philip said, "Teach me your ways, Sensei."
That was funny. That was a good time. Hell yeah, 30 years ago, so 32-ish years. It was pretty funny. So
It's
anyway,
brilliant.
yeah, that was a good. That was an interesting class because half the class was in like 18,
Right.
and the other half of the class was like 40 and over. So it was a really interesting mix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple semesters of college I did were like that.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like this is interesting.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sure. Fine.
Yeah, most of my theater classes were older people actually,
Yeah.
which was insanely creepy. But
I mean,
That's how
older
it
people
goes.
are insanely creepy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Once they get
Mhm.
over 40,
absolutely
Don't wanna be
terrifying.
around them.
I wouldn't recommend hanging out with
yeah,
them.
I agree. I agree that guys can be creepy when they reach a certain age. Yeah.
Oh no.
I like to do one of those, but yeah.
Mm.
he wasn't creepy because he wasn't old. But did I tell you about the guy that came in Sunday? I don't remember if I told you yesterday or not. So this guy comes in and he's kind of looking around and he looks at me and he's like, "So like 2 times I've been in here and you've been here." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
Okay.
And he was like, "But Tess is usually here." And I was like, "Oh, yeah." I was like, "She took today off because I took a day off and I'm covering the shift." And he was like, "Yeah, Tess is usually here." And I'm like,
I know who you're talking about now.
"Yep." I was like, "Yep, she is, and she'll be back next Sunday." And he's like, "I usually come in Sundays."
Mhm.
And I'm like, "Well, okay. That's okay, buddy."
Yeah, okay, it's all right.
Yeah.
She'll be back.
He was not happy that Tess was not here. He was very
I mean,
unhappy
I can't
about it.
blame him.
He bought a couple Sonic buttons and then left.
Mhm.
She'll be back. It's fine, buddy.
Yeah.
I know. It's okay.
I'm like, "Oh, my plan is working."
Well, I mean,
Disturb the peace.
Tess does have a fan club, so.
I do.
Very awkward.
Did I tell you the
fan
fan
Very.
club story?
club. Mm-mm.
Did you?
No.
No?
I've told everyone else. Have I not told you the fan
I'm
club
sure
story?
we've told you this story.
Maybe
Go
I-
ahead.
So it was Friday.
It must have been a Friday.
It was a Friday. So Tess and I was in there on a Friday, and 4
4 or 5.
It was 4 boys, 14-ish, 13-ish.
Okay.
I'm awful with ages.
See where this is
but
going.
Mhm, mhm.
They came in
Mm-hmm.
and they all had like a sweatshirt on or
Mhm.
hoodie or whatever, and they were wandering through here. And I'm like, okay. I looked at her. I'm like, one of 2 things is happening. And she goes, "What?" I said, "You're finally getting ready to see someone steal something for the first time."
Mhm.
And she goes, "Okay." I said, "Or you have a fan club." And so they hung around the back
Mm-hmm.
and, doing their little zip thing on their hoodie and all that
Yeah.
stuff. And then they like whispered and stuff back there in the back. And then they each took turns, one at a time, leaving. And as they got right here, they looked over at Tess and they went, "Bye," and walked out.
And I did my
Oh,
And they
that is-
all 4
Oh, that's so cute.
went out like that. And I said, "Okay." I said, "So let's find out what it was." So I went over and I pulled up all the video footage
Yeah.
and watched them all the way through. And it was 100% a Test fan club.
Yes.
Oh, no, you talk to her first.
It was,
You talk to her
it's
first.
100%. And I watched the whole thing because I could see them on the thing and I
Right.
could kind of hear them. And I was
Oh my
like,
God.
okay, one of these 2 things is happening. And I was pretty sure it was a Test fan club
Mm.
over the thievery, right?
Yeah.
But
no, I was terrified they had stolen something.
But
because
I
they were
was-
really weird.
yeah, well, yeah. I mean, but they're 13, 14-year-old boys.
Yeah.
Do you-
I didn't
okay,
even-
this is a question I was wondering this morning. Do you know if the cameras have audio? Do they pick up audio?
I don't. I think they do,
Well,
but
Okay.
I don't know.
We were talking about if one of us was here by ourselves and we fell and made a funny noise, how sad it would be if no one
Right,
could share in that.
Exactly.
So we were hoping that they did have
Yeah, I don't know if they do or not, actually. I think maybe, but I've never actually
We should put
tried.
microphones in the corners of the store.
Yeah, that would be entertaining.
That would be great,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
That way, yeah, it'd be great. I'm like trying to reach something up there. It's a comic that no one will ever buy, but he wants to see it, of course.
can I see the 3 next to it too?
Yeah. Thanks a lot. Or like the people who don't know like the comic itself, they're like, oh yeah, that's Spider-Man. No, that's Spider-Man. No, that's Spider-Man.
So that's like if I came here now and I was sitting there going, hey, can I see that Superman book?
Yes, literally. And I'm like, well, which one? And
Well,
they're
that
like,
one, right
the
there.
one with the yellow. They're all
There
yellow.
were a lot of yellow covers.
Yeah. The one with the S on the cover?
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, the one with Superman on the cover.
Yeah, we're never getting them comics tonight.
Absolutely not.
Because it is the summer of Superman.
It's the summer of
It
Superman.
is the super of summer, man.
Alex said that she's going to make me a sign.
Oh yeah.
So that way I don't
Oh,
have to
man.
sit there and go that the views expressed here are not related to Richmond Comix, that I can just hold up a sign like every few minutes.
We should get you a lanyard that says that. And you just wear it all the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is perfect.
So this is a good time to say the views expressed on RCX Media are those of RCX Media and not our
They
gracious
do not
host.
necessarily reflect the views of the parent umbrella corporation that makes zombies. Wait,
No, that's different.
Sorry, wrong umbrella.
Yeah, that's a different umbrella.
Wrong umbrella.
Yes. Yes, we are not. We are other than being allowed to film in Richmond Comix, we are not affiliated
Absolutely not.
with Richmond Comix. Like I am not. I have no affiliation
Nothing.
with Richmond Comix other than I buy books from them.
Do you know who
Yeah.
is affiliated? Daniel.
Daniel.
He never watches the show, but boy,
He
would he
never
be
does.
excited if he
If
was
he
listening.
knew we were talking about him right now,
Yeah.
God, he'd be thrilled. I should message him.
Yeah, I think he only uses Instagram, so I don't think
Yeah,
he even
probably.
knows how the internet works.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
I can't imagine. I mean, he just learned debit cards like 2 years ago.
And he works at a bank.
And he works at a
Right?
So
bank,
weird.
So he can't really.
He's such a weirdo. Oh my god. He got in a terrible car accident and then got a tattoo and then went to the hospital.
Yeah. And then emailed me the next day and was like, hey, sorry my FOC order's late. Here's why.
Mm-hmm.
And he got it in on Monday, but it wasn't until like, I don't know, 4 in the afternoon or something.
Mhm.
And then I saw it come in and then I forgot about it until 11:30 p.m. when I was in bed. And I went, oh no. And so I jumped up and grabbed my iPad and put his order in real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah.
Silly little goose.
But with the new system, I can do that. I can just do it from home if I have to.
Y'all and y'all little Richmond Comix.
It's so it makes me so happy.
50. Our little comic
Wait,
books.
I need to act like I care.
Don't even.
Oh,
Aw.
that was a cute story.
I'm so
Yeah.
glad it's not happening to me.
It's not-
Like,
yeah, I don't care at all. Yeah,
Okay.
I can't even pretend anymore.
I love it.
I know.
We know because every time.
I try.
Wow. I'm so glad this isn't happening to me.
Yeah. You know, it could be worse.
It could be happening to
Yeah,
you.
right. Yeah, but it's not. It's
Oh
not.
my god. Every day. Every day.
Every day. Every day I think that.
And then say it.
Every now and then I still have someone ask me, so how's the shop doing? I'm like, I have no idea. I mean, it's still there. Like,
It's still standing.
I guess it's doing all right.
It's doing pretty okay.
Don't you still go there? Yeah,
Yeah.
but I get
don't ask
comics.
questions. Oh my god.
Talk about the other tests that exist on the internet.
Yeah. The other test. Oh my god.
Fake tests.
Fake test.
With an extra S.
With an extra S, yes. So freaking stupid.
What am I going to spoof today? Tess.
That's a great
That's a
idea.
great idea.
Speaking of spoofing, a thing that's been happening that I didn't know until a month or so ago could even happen. I keep getting calls here where people are like, did you just call me? And I'm like, no. and some
Is spoofing
spam
this?
thing is spoofing our store number and calling people.
Huh.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's happened 7 or 8 times now. I have no idea what to do about that. I don't know
Yeah.
if there is anything to do about that.
Hmm.
It is a thing that exists in the world. It's not
We're
specific to the
just
store.
warning people.
What would you like to talk about?
Philip, let's talk about the books you haven't read.
I have read these books, actually. Thank you, ma'am. It's the first comics I've read in a few weeks.
I know, I'm proud. I just
Granted.
I had to get you back. Okay. Listen.
I mean, that's why there wasn't a ride-in in cars for 2 weeks. 'Cause I didn't read anything until this last week to finally do it.
We're
like,
so
I know, right?
You're doing so great, sweetheart.
Thank you.
You're so welcome.
I'm
Let's
doing
talk
all that I
about
can.
it. I know. Not a lot.
Just,
Let's talk about
I
it.
know.
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman 21. It is part 3 of 3 of a Batman story.
Yep, I think it's part 2 actually of 2.
Yeah, I think it's only 2 parts.
Is it?
You
I
were
think it
wrong.
was 3 parts.
It's 2.
Really?
Mhm.
Huh.
I believe
Weird.
Tess. She
Yeah,
knows
it is
things.
part 2. Oh, good.
That was correct.
Hey, I was
Let
thinking
the
it was 3
record show.
parts for some reason.
So I was thinking before this book came out, there's no way
Fine.
Wonder Woman could be more sassy and say more things that are iconic. And then she got up in Zeus's face,
Yes.
and
My God.
pretty
she has taken the title of Sass Master General away from Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Mhm. Mhm.
She is not having it.
No.
Just does not care.
No, and I love that for her.
Yeah.
And everybody else loves her. And just,
Yeah.
this is the best thing coming out right now.
Yeah.
And I'm always like, it's okay until I read it. And
Yeah,
then-
she let me see. She talks circles around Dionysus and
Mhm.
Hephaestus and Zeus, and while Batman is recovering from being struck by lightning.
Literally. He's in bed this whole time.
Yeah.
And I love that.
And I'm sure people on the internet are still going to complain. I don't understand why this is a Batman story instead of a Wonder Woman story. Because that was the complaint about the first issue.
Seriously.
Yeah, that was a complaint that I read. People are just mad about this Wonder Woman book because they hate Tom King for
Yep.
reasons. I don't know. But they were like, every Wonder Woman book has some man in it who's doing all the things. And I'm like, all the men are taking a back seat to
Yeah.
Wonder Woman being amazing.
Did you actually read the series?
No, of course not. No,
Like-
these are people on the internet. They don't read.
But like in this story, why wouldn't you get Batman? Like he
Yeah.
still is the world's greatest detective,
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
Like-
trying to figure out a
and
thing.
she's trying to figure out a thing. So if you needed help,
Yep.
like who else would you go to?
Yeah.
Only
Like-
one other person I could think of, and my guess is she went with Batman so he wouldn't feel bad. Detective Chimp, I think, is a slightly better detective.
Yeah,
Probably
but
so.
but I can't imagine Detective Chimp would have worked out well with
Zeus would have ate him.
like he doesn't really have the political
Plus, we already got Detective Chimp
That's a good point.
being like
Yeah.
Columbo.
Amazing.
yeah.
Oh god, that issue was so
The,
good.
the Columbo Detective Chimp is the best. Yeah, I will admit the Columbo Detective. I like that version
That
a
was
lot.
Yeah.
such a good. Yeah.
So,
God.
but anyway, I mean,
It's really
Batman
good.
shows up like twice in this issue
Literally twice.
as he's been carried by Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he is not doing well.
Mhm.
I
He
mean,
gets struck by lightning,
to be fair, he got struck by lightning.
and not just regular lightning,
No,
Zeus lightning.
Zeus lightning. Yeah, like I mean, to be
Not
fair,
from a distance either.
And it's like,
it's-
Zeus, we know you hit him with lightning, and Zeus is like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Mhm.
Lightning just happens up here.
I do like the smirk that Zeus has
Yeah,
Mhm.
most
Yeah.
of the time. But,
yeah. Oh god, it's so good.
It's just the best thing.
but the
ever.
art in here is done by Gillian March,
We
which
love
I
him.
love. So
Yeah,
Mhm. It's so pretty.
So it is-
The colors are gorgeous.
yeah, the art for this story is so well done
I
with
love
the
how
gods.
pretty and cute Diana is. It's just
I really like how the gods are all like, little clay girl.
mhm.
That's
like-
pretty funny.
And then she
Like
beats
she's
him
just
up.
they're just like, you're so beneath us, and she's like, actually,
Wha-bam.
Maybe
So good.
I will apologize next time. That's pretty funny. Okay.
So good.
it's the super of Summerman.
Super
No,
Superman.
no, it's the Summer of Superman. Number 1.
There's no limit to this Superman.
It's unlimited. Just
He is a no limit soldier.
So we began the Dan Slott era of Superman.
Yep.
Right here.
And in this
book.
issue, Dr. Octopus becomes No.
No, that's Superior Superman.
Oh,
that's,
sorry.
That's
Sorry.
later on. And
Oh my God.
well, I mean,
What if like Toy Man became? That would be amazing. Oh my God, that would be the trolliest thing he could ever do.
that would be pretty funny.
Like some really lame Superman villain just becomes Clark Kent. That would be hilarious. I would really enjoy that.
He can become a Superboy.
Oh,
He can do a Superboy with Toy Man with arms. That'd be work. I mean, technically.
So anyway, the actual
focus.
book.
Anyway, take it away.
A meteor's coming to Earth, and the Justice League is like, "Yo, Superman, meteors are your department." And he's like, "Ooh, this meteor's covered in an unbreakable metal that was really only mined in the 31st century, so I don't understand why it's here. I will deal with this." And then he hits it really hard to try to move its trajectory, and it turns out, spoilers, it's a meteor made of kryptonite. The little outer shell was like an M&M. And then he broke it, and then it's kryptonite. And then he's like, well, even though it's made of kryptonite, I still got to move it so it doesn't destroy the Earth.
I mean, and to be fair, it's only spoilers if you didn't read the Free Comic Book Day.
That's
book.
true.
Yes.
The Free Comic Book Day book was this story leading up to where it broke into kryptonite.
Yeah.
Which is this much here. And then the rest of this much is the new story.
Yeah. Yeah.
If any of y'all can see that.
So, and while he is basically trying to move a giant rock made of kryptonite all out of Earth's trajectory, we're getting the entire history of Superman as flashbacks that he's thinking about
as he's dying.
So this is what I would call the absolute perfect first issue. Absolute. It's the perfect issue for someone who's never read Superman, doesn't know anything about Superman, or someone who just needs a little refresher in the character. Mark Waid is kind of puppeteering, overseeing the whole Superman family right now. And some stuff that got retconned out 10, 20 years ago, he's retconning back in. He's like, actually, those things did happen, and here's how we're going to do it. So I think this is a phenomenal starting place to jump into the Superman mythology.
Absolutely.
In the blink of an eye. And if you're a fan of Dan Slott's writing, and I am, I think this book has a lot of potential. Like if he brings the sensibilities to this, that like his Amazing Spider-Man, his She-Hulk, his that Silver Surfer run that he did.
Like we were just talking about.
Yeah, this is a nice little blend of all of it. We're gonna get like all the super family moments and the big action set pieces. I'm very excited.
Me too.
For where it's going, and the whole Superman family right now. Like the Supergirl book that came out last week.
So good.
Amazing.
And there's a preview of that in this.
Yeah, and so like if you're a little iffy on Supergirl, but you want to check out Superman,
which I don't know why you would be iffy on Supergirl.
Just saying.
It's so good.
The Superman Unlimited has a preview of the first issue of Supergirl in it, so you can get a taste and understand that you should absolutely read a book that has Princess Shark in it.
Yes, that's your first priority in life.
Yep. So we're going to talk about more Wonder Woman now.
We are.
Yes, we are.
And this has the Detective Chimpa's Columbo issue in it.
It does. So this is Wonder Woman Fury. It is volume 3. So it is issues, 14 through 19, right? Yes.
And you should buy it.
You should.
Flip it around. Flip it around. She says you
should buy it.
You too should buy this. So if you really want to know where Trinity comes from, this is the story arc for that. But if you want to watch Wonder Woman walk across the White House lawn,
that's also
is also in this book, which also upset a lot of the same people.
So many people.
So the same people complaining about how she's doing all. I don't know. They just like to complain. There's an issue where, Steve Trevor dies, and there's an issue where Wonder Woman spends an entire issue in a cave on Themyscira crying because the man she loves is dead. And then she crawls out of the cave.
That's in here.
And that's in here. And she crawls out of the cave, and then she does something about it. Like, she sits with her grief. Her friends and her family are trying their best to support her, and they are all stepping up. She's basically like, leave it alone, I'll deal with it. And they're like, no, we love you too much. We are going to help you. And
This is a great issue.
God, it's so good. The Wonder Girls all do insane stuff. Detective Chimp shows up
And it's got some of the best covers.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite covers.
Yeah. And the dynamic between all the Wonder Girls is fantastic. It's so good.
Yeah, I probably got to read this again.
And there's an entire
This is
issue
my favorite.
where she's like chiseling out, making a statue of Steve Trevor, and just talking to the baby the whole time, just telling the baby a story about Dad.
Yeah, it's so sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, this trade is so good. You should buy this.
Yeah. This whole run has been absolutely amazing.
Yep. This is really good.
I was telling someone earlier today, I need once it's over, I'll be able to say this for sure. But as of right now, I think this is my favorite Wonder Woman run of all time.
Yeah, even only through this issue, probably.
Yeah.
It's probably overtaken Ruckus.
Yeah. And
Ruckus'
that
first run.
that was a good run. Oh man.
But like he may like I haven't been a huge Batman fan in a long time, other than Dark Pattern, because he's a detective.
Yeah.
And so in here, the Batman in here has been like I feel like Tom Taylor and Tom King get Batman on the level.
Yeah.
And whoever, I can't think of who's writing Dark Pattern.
Dan Waters.
Yeah, thank you. That is, he is also getting Batman at that level. Hey, Tommy.
Yay.
Also this week is a shiny, man, it's shiny.
It is so shiny.
Void Rivals hardcover volume 1. So issues 1 through 12. So if you've been wanting to pick up a full collection of the Voids.
What I really like
And it's 2 covers.
is that the
I'm gonna
graphic
show you.
design and the trade dress and all that. This was going to look so nice next to the Transformers hardcover on the shelf.
Yeah, they did them all the same.
They look phenomenal, and they are quite shiny.
What I find interesting though is, and I understand why they did it, but so they did 2 different covers, hardcovers for Transformers and G.I. Joe and Void Rivals.
Right.
But like with Transformers and G.I. Joe, one cover was the hero and one was the villain. But on Void Rivals, there's 2 main characters. There's 2 main characters, and there's no. Yeah. So it's like
they're both.
She's on the villain's cover, which is interesting.
Yeah.
So in my collection, it looks weird, right? Because I have an A cover, a B cover, and an A cover.
Yeah.
Because of the way, the way they did. I mean, not that it matters, but it's just the way that they did.
Yeah, the average person isn't going to know unless they're a giant nerd like us.
It's just funny to me that's because I mean, I got the one with the female on it.
Of course.
I know it's shock
character.
Right? It's shock. But it's just it made me laugh that it was like, hey, got to get the B cover. So, and there was a couple other number 1s this week.
What is this thing?
We have a thing. I'm still waiting for the M&M's number 1. It's on the back, but I just give me here thing. Did you even read it?
I didn't. It was
a whole bunch of villains on the cover.
Yeah, it was one that I grabbed and then I never got around to reading it. It doesn't look like it has the return of his wrestling league, so I didn't care as much.
Ooh, Kingpin.
That's what I desperately want. I want after the new Fantastic Four movie comes out, I want a Thing HBO series where he creates the wrestling league, the superpowered wrestlers. I want it so bad. It would be so much fun, especially if they shot it like a reality show. God, it would be so good.
That would be fun.
Anyway, that would be fun for me.
And then, because no one demanded it, it's Spider-Man and Wolverine number 1.
Spider-Man and Wolverine.
Yeah, that's what this is. I have not read this either.
I haven't either.
Tess, did you read this book?
I didn't even think about reading that book.
Here, let me see this book.
I bet you Spider-Man and Wolverine's in it.
What?
A museum. It's written by a museum, the Guggenheim. And Care Andrews did the art. I thought the art looked familiar.
Yeah, it's
Care Andrews is interesting, very unique art style. So I'm never sure if I like it or not.
yeah.
His Spider-Man reminds me a little bit of McFarlane's Spider-Man, where he's all bendy and twisty and doesn't move like a human moves more like a spider.
So I've liked stories in the past with Spider-Man and Wolverine, but it's usually been like one shots, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like a self-contained story, and it was almost like it was very character driven.
Mhm.
Yeah.
This to me doesn't look very. It's what you would expect from Wolverine and
Yeah.
Spider-Man, just beating them up, and it's not.
Yeah.
It's not what
It looks kind of fun, like flipping through it. Like it's very kinetic. There's a lot going on.
it's a lot going on.
So
I mean, he is the best. Best there is at what he does. So
what he does isn't pretty, according to that one issue of What Though, where he was wearing a tutu.
Hell yeah.
Oh no, it wasn't a tutu. He was dressed in lingerie, like women's lingerie.
Man.
So there's a lot of panels in here that are reversed. So like the Wolverine is doing the Kraven's Last Hunt.
Right.
Spider-Man is doing the Wolverine Extinction.
Yeah.
And things like that. So obviously there's some weird stuff going on.
Yeah. I saw Mysterio. I don't know if it's a Mysterio story or not, but
sure.
It looked wacky.
Wacky.
Like I said, I've only been able to read a handful of things the last few weeks, so that did not make my list this week. So
yeah,
I'm sure it'd be fine.
I read a bunch of stuff this week, but I was a little late getting to the show, so I did not grab the other stuff that I read. Amazing Spider-Man was really good.
It was really
Tess
good.
said earlier today that
It actually genuinely made me cry quite a lot.
I was gonna go with Spider-Man needs to be on drugs more often.
Oh, that too.
Well,
I love the highly emotional moments, and like I love him. I don't know. It's
Amazing
very
Spider-Man
good.
4. It's the next to last part. Issue 5 is the last part.
Mhm.
Yeah, of this story, the first story arc.
He's gonna get undrugged, I guess, next
Yes,
issue.
he's going to get undrugged.
Mhm.
Oh, it was this page, right? That
Oh my god, yeah, no.
Yeah.
100%. I was like, I wish someone loved me like that,
I think my favorite part in this book was the fact that Peter's friend was talking to his new boss, and she was like, "Why shouldn't I fire him?" She was like, "Oh, he's on drugs," and she goes, "That's not really helping."
Oh my god.
Like, yeah, it's not really.
Yeah.
That's not really helping.
Nope.
We got new printings of Absolute Flash and Martian Manhunter #1. And then we've also got Absolute Flash #3, which we get to delve a little bit into the origin of Grodd, who is adorable and the internet thinks is Gleek.
I mean, once again,
He looks just like Gleek.
looks just like Gleek.
Except his brain is exposed. It's fine.
Sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
He's
Really cute.
He had a
He's
bad
really
day.
Cute.
Leave him alone.
And he's got psychic powers.
Which is so cool.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
It's Grodd.
it's Grodd.
Or it's Grodd.
Reprints of Green Lantern 2, right? #1.
Oh yeah, Green Lantern #1.
Mhm.
Absolute Green Lantern #1.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Nightwing. Nightwing is out this week. It was pretty.
Mhm.
Yep.
Pretty
It wrapped up that first story arc.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Pretty satisfying, I felt like.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did
It was pretty good.
So we were Tess and I were talking earlier. The only thing that I find interesting about this Nightwing run is that they seem to be, for me, I like the story,
Mhm.
but they seem to be making it a little dark.
Yeah, it is. a little dark.
I can't like the Tom Taylor one was Nightwing being Nightwing in a brighter Blue
Yeah.
Haven. Not everything was so dark. And in this one, it was almost like we've forgotten that he's not Batman.
Yeah.
Again,
Mhm.
Yeah.
as this went on, it was
That
like
has
everything-
traditionally been a big problem with me
Yeah.
for Nightwing writers.
And
And they
that's-
forget.
But what's interesting in this, and if you've been reading this, a little bit of a spoiler. If you haven't been reading it, not much of a spoiler. What's funny is this issue is kind of dark, but then they basically go, "Hey, there's Superman, and Nightwing is basically the same person, just without powers." But
It's one page.
yeah,
And like they say it outright. You're not supposed to do that. Like
but then they're like, yeah, but everything's dark and he's Batman. It was like, well, no,
No,
like
absolutely not.
you said it correctly.
Mhm.
Just give me the action. And I think that's the problem.
Yeah.
Like Tom Taylor's run was so perfect in who Nightwing was.
And then when it got dark, it wasn't like everything was dark.
correct.
Nightwing was going through a bad patch, but then like all of the stuff around him was bringing him
Was-
back up.
right.
So the
Like-
darkness didn't feel oppressive.
I
It
wonder
just-
if this is the price we have to pay for Batman Dark Patterns because Dan Waters is writing both of them.
I'm
So-
wondering. Yeah.
Oh.
He's
Right,
like, well,
that's
I want to
what-
write a Batman story.
Yeah. I'm wondering if that's
Mhm.
like his Batman story.
It's
Like
great.
it's my favorite Batman that I've read
Yeah, Dark
in
Patterns
forever.
is phenomenal.
Yeah. It is years since I've read a Batman that I've enjoyed.
I
as
will
much
say,
as Dark
I
Patterns.
enjoyed Batman in World's Finest last week. Or
Mhm.
Justice League, whichever one came out last week.
Mhm.
That whatever Batman in that crossover.
Mhm.
But it was Mark Wade, so
Right. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Depends on the author at this point.
well, I mean, like even the Batman and Tom Taylor's Nightwing run was,
Mhm.
oh, so good.
Oh my
was
God.
perfect.
So
like
Heartbreaking.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like it once again, it's I'm
so good.
broody, but don't mess with my son.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Like it's so. But yeah, I'm wondering if that's what we're having to pay for with him
Maybe.
doing Batman and that. But
Mhm.
he needs to bring his Nightwing back out of to me a little bit out of the dark space. Like we're not
Yes.
in Gotham, we're in Blue
He just saved a
Haven.
bunch of kids. Maybe let's focus on the kids.
Mhm.
Let's make the
Yes.
kids happy.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Let's
Mhm.
and even that was a part of it, right? Like even the commissioner of Blue Haven was like, maybe we shouldn't scare the kids.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
That was a huge part of it.
yeah, it's like, you
Well,
think?
Maggie worked in
It's-
Metropolis.
But and that was where you got the Superman thing.
Uh-huh.
It was like, well, yeah, I learned under Superman, and there's this hero who tries to do the same
Yeah.
thing here,
Mhm.
but it's like she can't separate him from Batman. But it's like
Yeah.
they're not.
Yeah.
And that's fine, like from a story perspective, but like I don't think you have to bring Blue Haven. Like I said, I enjoy the story. I just think it could be a little more light.
Yeah.
Right.
Needs
Like,
more Barbara.
Yes.
Well-
Needs more Bitewing.
Yes.
I'm not okay. Maybe that's my problem.
Yeah, there's been no
There
Barbara.
are
Like, there's
no
really been
women or
very little.
dogs.
Yeah, there's been
Yeah.
very little Barber, and I'm missing Haley.
Yeah.
I need my Haley fix.
Yep.
So
Yes,
maybe
yes.
that's a problem.
I think
But
that's
yeah,
100%
it's-
it.
Yeah. Mhm.
Because every issue, I'm like, where are they?
yeah. But
Mhm.
that's like even when the Titans were showing up in the Nightwing stuff, like,
Yeah.
before, even that was very like. I mean, we had somebody in the
It was
last
fulfilling.
issue ripping out people's hearts, and it was like
Yeah.
it was all sunshine and rainbows.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
Literally. Literally. That's
Come on.
horrifying.
Yeah,
But-
right? It
Yeah,
was.
There was still so much love around them. So
Yeah. But like I said, the new Nightwing is good. I
Mhm.
just I need them to bring it back out of
yes.
Yeah.
that darkness a little bit, and hopefully we'll see with the next story.
Yeah.
arc.
Yeah. The
Does.
first story arc was good.
It
Yeah.
was still very good.
Yeah.
Yes, like,
So I've got high hopes
Yeah.
for how
And-
it can go.
and everything is set up pretty well because like we finished the first story arc, but the main villain is still a corporation. So
Exactly.
It's
and
a
we-
little true to life.
and we got and we still got to deal with these new Ed 209s.
I know. I'm like, are you guys gonna get sued? Or does Warner Brothers own RoboCop? Because if Warner Brothers owns RoboCop, it's fine.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
they
don't know
do.
either.
I don't know who owns RoboCop.
But I'm like, these
yeah.
are a little on the nose.
Man, aren't they?
Yeah,
Blue Haven is basically Detroit now.
yeah. I'd buy that for $1.
Never watch RoboCop.
I don't plan on it.
Watch it,
No.
but watch the X-rated version.
God.
It's rated X for violence.
Yes. Don't watch it.
Cool. No nude robots.
No, I don't think there's a bit of nudity in that movie. It's for
Just
it's
for
for violence and gore.
Yeah, if it's I don't
Yeah.
don't even think in the X-rated
Yeah.
version there's.
There's and it's mostly the part where they
I guess it's
kill him at the
NC-17
beginning.
now.
yeah
They don't
yeah
do that
NC-17
then.
didn't exist then.
Yeah,
They didn't exist then. Yeah.
So
So
yeah.
yeah. It was re-released as a X at the time, but yeah, I don't think there was any.
yeah, no,
I don't think there was a
there's
single
any-
bit of nudity
Wow.
in that. Someone could correct us later on.
Yeah,
if you want,
they
but I
shot the
don't-
guy so many times, parts of his body fell off.
Oh man,
Yeah,
that's a lot.
from
Yeah.
bullets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a great movie for someone like me.
For someone
you
like
should not
you guys.
watch it at all.
Exactly. You know, I can't respect it like
You
guys
could watch.
can.
You could watch the new one.
I will say
I
the remake that they did, I guess it's been about 10 years now.
Yeah.
That one you could watch.
The
And-
original was a shoot 'em up action movie that had like a cyborg in it, and it was societal ills and stuff. But really, it was an over the top action
Yes.
movie.
Yes.
The new one is a really subtle, character driven, quiet movie that has some action scenes in it, but that is not the point of the movie.
Okay.
And if you did watch it, I can guarantee you there's 2 scenes that you will be on the floor in a fetal position in a corner.
Good.
Yeah,
That's what I need.
Because man,
yeah. There's a couple scenes in that movie that are rough.
did they get me?
Yeah.
Like, it was like, holy crap.
Okay. Good to know.
And of course people hated it because it wasn't
It wasn't the
wasn't the
original.
it wasn't the original,
Yeah.
but man, was it good.
Okay.
Like it was really well done.
I love the original.
So do I.
But these are 2 very different genres of movie.
Yes. I mean, it had the same character, same premise of how he became the character, but it was it was definitely written.
Yeah.
Actually written. Oh my god.
I mean, the first one got me enough plot to get me from.
Yeah. And sometimes dudes got doused in chemicals, and then when their head hits the windshield, it explodes.
Oh man, I love that. Happened to me yesterday.
And Red Foreman was in the original.
In the original.
He's from that 70s show. It's fine. You don't.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry. It's fine. It's fine.
I don't
It's
think
not
it
even
is
that old.
fine.
It's all good.
I don't think this is fine. Oh my god.
Yeah, the original, the newer one you could probably watch.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you would.
Thank you for
enjoy that.
permission.
Well, no, I just meant that you would
No,
be
I
able
know.
to
I know. Enjoy
enjoy
and
it,
take
right?
something
Yeah,
from it.
right.
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Mhm. Yes.
And enjoy is a strong word, but yes, you would probably be able to make it through it and take something. The original, you would not.
Okay.
You would probably get about 20 minutes in and be like,
I don't think you get that far.
I think you may get that far because I think it's the first 20 minutes until we finally get like RoboCop coming online. So you have to
think
go.
that scene where he gets killed is where you'd be like, nope. Out.
She may make it to. That's what I'm saying. If she gets past that, though, she can at least get to where he comes online.
Yeah.
But once he comes online,
Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
So he's got a giant gun that lives in his leg, and his leg opens up and it kind of comes out. It's like he has a holster, but it's built into his thigh.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really neat.
it is really good. Doesn't take much to make me happy, and that.
Yeah,
That
the
is on
first
the
time
list.
the gun came out of his leg, I was like, oh. Keep in mind, I was a teenager at the time. So
And then what was it? The third movie? Wasn't there a third RoboCop?
I didn't watch the third one. I don't remember the second one on purpose.
Yeah, I think there was a third one. I believe it was a third one. I might have been a second one, but I think it was a third one, and it was pretty awful. But he got a jetpack.
Was that the one Frank Miller wrote?
Yes. Well, Frank Miller wrote the first one too.
Did he?
Yeah, he wrote part of the
Wow.
first one too.
Oh,
So they
yeah.
brought him back for the third
Wow.
because it was supposed to be over the top. That was the whole point.
It certainly was.
The whole thing was great. It only takes little things, man.
Exactly. The little things.
Little things. Little.
Hey, since it's only a couple of weeks away, hey, look,
A birthday sale.
we're having a birthday
We're
sale.
gonna have
Richmond Comix is having a birthday sale. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
my plug for Richmond Comix.
Oh, thanks.
Well, thank you.
We're
We
gonna
appreciate your service.
we're gonna have a sidewalk sale. I'm gonna set some tables up. We're gonna have a lot of $5 books and $5 manga. And I don't even know what else yet. I haven't decided.
We'll figure it out.
It'll be
I'm a comic social media site. I have to promote comics.
yeah.
Wow.
And
That's
then-
why I
and
do
then-
this from here.
And then June 18th, there's a lot happening on June 18th.
Is that this one?
That's that one. Amy Chu will be here promoting. That's the day that Emma Frost White Queen #1 comes out. So she'll be here doing a signing that evening from 4 to 7. And also that day, we're getting a reprint of Adventure Comics #210, which is the first appearance of Crypto. And DC announced today that they're going to be polybagged, and someone is going to win a trip for two to LA to see Superman with, I guess, the stars of Superman.
Just so you know, when you went to the back and left Tess and I unsupervised, which is
A
always
terrible idea.
usually a terrible idea anyway for Tess and I, but
Oh,
that's
yeah.
beside the point.
Yeah.
We had a phone call.
Oh, really?
Already asking for
Already asking for it.
Oh, yeah. I've had 2 emails already.
Really?
People wanting it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, a guy called and was like,
I
"Can
need
get
it.
one?"
I need a dog biscuit.
Like,
Yeah, they're calling it Crypto's golden biscuit. Is that what it is?
I think
Yeah.
so,
Instead
yeah.
of golden ticket,
It's a golden
they're
biscuit.
trying to
yeah.
Willy Wonka this thing.
Mhm.
Now, the upside to this is that I think it's a fun issue, like a fun old Silver Age issue to reprint, especially because it's a facsimile edition. It's got the original ads and all that in it, so they're super fun.
Yeah, this isn't the crypto book, right? This is just a reprint.
This is a
They're doing-
reprint of his
yeah,
first appearance.
Yeah.
So it's like a Superboy story from Adventure Comics back in the 60s.
Right.
So it's going to be a fun reprint.
Yeah, my assumption is they ended up doing this because they're doing a promotion with Milkbone.
Mhm.
So if you buy Milkbones, you can actually send in something and get a Superman crypto book from the movie.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, so it's like a original story from Milkbone.
Mhm.
Man, I'm gonna have to buy milk bones.
I
Archie
don't-
can't eat those.
Yeah, but that's I've already. So what's funny is, and I know we're a little over, but what's funny is people are already getting their copies. Like the speculators are getting their
Oh,
copies,
yeah.
but they're getting shipped from Milkbone. So they're damaged, and everyone's like, "Well, how do I press this?" It's like they're from Milkbone.
You give it to
It's
your
like-
dog,
Yeah,
and he'll press it for you.
literally.
It was like stories posted this week where they have some of the 2099 books.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
And I almost commented, and I probably still will because I saw it like last night. I saw it today at work. But the funny thing is, I'm like, yeah, like everyone's sitting there going, "Ooh, I need a copy of the 2099 book." I'm like, yeah, but you got that Spider-Man AIM toothpaste book up in the corner. Like
Yeah.
that's the one everyone should be going to get.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. You're looking at the wrong thing. That's what this Milkbone book is going to be like, exactly
it.
like that. Like all the old toothpaste.
So what we need to find someone who works at the Milkbone factory.
I'm sure Steve knows someone.
You're probably right. I'll call him tomorrow.
Yeah, probably right. Hey, we need
Steve, I need you to call your contact at Milkbone.
Milkbone.
That'd be funny. All righty. I think next week is the last Tuesday of the month. We're getting ready to hit June, people.
I know.
God.
We are right there on the cusp of June.
It's almost June o'clock.
June
It is.
o'clock.
So our final episode of June will be next week, and then we'll be leading into this.
Hooray!
So I guess you could talk more. I guess you could talk more about this on the first week of June.
Yep.
Maybe. Maybe.
Mayhaps.
Who knows?
Well, you don't have to they already know it's a sale. You can just, you don't have to say what it's
Okay, fine.
It's gonna be a sale,
It's gonna be a sale. Did you
Like
know
a
that?
boat?
not a boat.
Oh,
We should get a boat.
you should get a boat.
Boats,
We
boats,
should get a boat.
You should get a boat.
We should get a boat.
I-
Should we?
We
If
should.
You want an RCX Media boat? Is that what
Oh my
you?
God, that'd be so fun.
Can we get T-Pain to go with us? Can I get a nautical theme Pashmina Afghan? Pashmina Afghan? I forgot how words work.
We need RCX Media jet skis.
I like this idea. This is good ideas.
Yeah, yeah, sure it is.
As soon as that ad revenue comes
That's
in,
right.
Hell
Yeah.
we need to start selling ads.
Yes.
Oh my God.
All right, everybody. We are a few minutes over. So once again, we don't know what we did tonight. So thanks. Thanks for joining us.
For joining.
Yeah, we appreciate it, and we'll be back next week. And we don't know what we'll do then.
We
Either.
don't.
I do want to talk about some news at some point in the industry, but
Who knows? what
Everything
will
is
happen.
chaos.
I don't know if we'll do
it
that
after
here
dark
or
about that.
maybe do.
Yeah, that needs an adult beverage to.
I am going to do a rant soon.
Yeah.
So if it may just be me, but I'm I am going to go off on a very serious
Yes.
book banning rant that
Mm.
I may actually rip a few people
Let's do it.
because I think I've had enough.
Yeah.
Period.
Go off.
I'm going to ban this kid's book because I'm a moron. Yes, you are, people.
Yes, you are.
And I believe I will call each one of you out.
Great
And
job,
of course,
Tyler.
you're from South Carolina because
They're all from
you're a
South
moron.
Carolina.
Yeah. Like, come on, man. Like, stop.
Let's stop letting South Carolina.
All right. Anyway.
Okay.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Good night.
I'm going to end this stream now. Not yet. Nope. End it. And